Good morning, my dear boys. Welcome to our YouTube class. On the last occasion, we have already completed reading the first paragraph of the unit 1 of lesson 1, that is, for the self. We have completed reading the first paragraph. Today, we shall resume our reading activity. But before that, I would like to tell you something. I have seen that you put some likes and dislikes in the YouTube videos that has been provided by me. But we the teachers of your teachers are trying hard to combat this unprecedented situation with a medium that we are not much acquainted with. Still, we are trying our hard, trying our best. And that is why we we don't like to have anything that is appreciation, nor are we getting bothered with any dislikes? Okay, লাইক বা ডিসলাইক কিছু দেওয়ারই দরকার নেই, তোদের কাজ হলেই হলো। বোঝা গেল? আমরা তোদের মাস্টারমশাইরা তো ওসব পাওয়ার জন্য ভিডিওগুলো করছি না। কোনো বাণিজ্যিক ভিডিও নয়, কোনো বিনোদন নয়। আমরা শুধু চেষ্টা করছি এই পরিস্থিতিতে যেটুকু যেভাবে হোক কাজটা এগিয়ে নিয়ে যেতে আর কি। সো ওগুলোর দরকার নেই। নাও লেটস স্টার্ট রিডিং ইট। So Swami got up with a shudder because it was Monday, and he could remember that he had to go to school that day again after 2 days' leave, and it was a botheration for him. And that is why he wished he would not have to go to school that day. It is quite natural for a boy like Swaminathan. So he had to plan something, he had to do something to refrain himself from going to school that day, and he did so. At 9 o'clock, Swaminathan wailed, I have a headache. When it was 9 a.m., when Swaminathan should get prepared to go to school, he began lamenting. He began wailing. Wailed, বিলাপ করা, কাতরানো, এরকম একটা মানে। I have a headache. You know, this is a very popular excuse among the boys, schoolgoers, that uh, he got a husky headache or ache in somewhere in the body, something like that. So he complained that he got a headache. খুবই একটা সাধারণ এবং অত্যন্ত পুরনো জনপ্রিয় অজুহাত বাচ্চাদের কাছে, স্কুল যারা যায় তাদের কাছে, যে আমার মাথা ব্যথা করছে, কি পেট ব্যথা করছে, কি কোথাও একটা ব্যথা ব্যথা করছে। কেননা ওগুলো তো মাপার কোনো যন্ত্র নেই। Mother generously suggested that Swami might stay at home. When his mother heard about his headache, she at once suggested that Swami shouldn't go to school that day. He should stay home that day. At 9:30, generously, that is something new word. Generously আমরা উদার ভাবে বলি। এখানে উইথ চ্যারিটিও বলা যায় ইংরেজিতে। এখানে মানে খুবই মানে যেন বাচ্চাটাকে প্রশ্রয় দিচ্ছেন এরকম ভাবে, খুবই উদার ভাবে বলে দিলেন, ঠিক আছে, when you have a headache you shouldn't go to school today. She was very much reluctant to send his son to school with a headache, with a physical ailment. And that is why she at once told so. At 9:30, when he ought to have been in the school prayer hall. And what was the consequence? At 9:30, the school prayer was about to begin, and Swami should have been present there at 9:30 in the prayer hall. But instead of getting present in the prayer hall of their school, Swami was lying on the bench in mother's room. স্বামীকে দেখা গেল Swami was seen to be lying on a bench. বেঞ্চ বলতে আমরা যা বুঝি সেটা কিন্তু এখানে বেঞ্চ মানে নয়. Here it means something different. Uh, in that time, middle class people couldn't afford big palankos, cots, or something like that. So they often used toktoposh. Perhaps you have heard the term in storybooks. তক্তপোষ সেরকমই একটা তক্তপোষকেই এখানে বোঝানো হচ্ছে বেঞ্চ বলে এটাকে কিন্তু তোদের স্কুলের বেঞ্চ বলে ভুল করিস না সেরকম বেঞ্চ স্বামীর মায়ের ঘরে থাকার কোনো সম্ভাবনা থাকা উচিত নয় স্বাভাবিকভাবে so at 9:30 Swami should have been present at the prayer in the prayer hall of their school but instead of that he was lying on the bench in mother's room because he seemed to have got a husky headache and his mother already suggested that he shouldn't go to school that day. Okay, so Swami got the opportunity to stay home. He got the opportunity to lie on the bench in his mother's room. But his father was not so generous. Just a minute. Here you can see was lying on the bench. So in the bed, when somebody is lying in bed, it is in. But here, he was lying on the bench. Uh, Just try to realize what it implies. What it implies. Bed means something. Uh, it's a unit. It has the pillow, the mattress, everything. But when he was lying on bench, it means only the bench, and that is why here on. But in case of bed, it is in. Okay, you have to understand such differences. It will remove your confusion about the use of articles and prepositions. So Swami was lying on the bench in his mother's room because he got the consent. He had got the consent from his mother to stay home that day. But his father was not so generous. Fathers are often obstinate. Fathers are not like mothers. They're a bit hard-hearted, isn't it? So father asked him, "Have you no school today?" When father saw him lying on the bed, lying on the bench in his mother's room, he obviously asked him, "What about your school today? Don't you need to go to school today?" Headache, Swami replied. Swami feigned. Swami pretended that he was very ill. And so, with a wail in his tone, he just answered, "I'm gonna ask you, headache. How can I go to school?" Father at once understood the feigning, the pretension, and that is why he exclaimed, "Nonsense! Dress up and go. Don't try to mock me. Don't try to befool me. I know what is about it. And that is why you have to get up at once and you have to dress and go to school." Father gave his verdict. He didn't follow Swami's mother's verdict, isn't it? Headache! Swami replied again. Swami complained again. Swami wanted to convince his father that he really had a husky headache. Loaf about less on Sundays, and you will be without a headache on Monday. Father seemed to understand everything, and that is why he at once advised Swami, you have to loiter less on Sundays, on holidays, and if you do so, you would be absolutely cured on Mondays, on the next working day. Okay, that means his answer, the father answered, what father answered implied that Swami loitered a lot. Swami wasted a lot of time on the previous holiday, and that is why he didn't do what he should have done. That is his homework. And that is why, if he loitered less, if he loitered less on the holidays, on Sundays, his preparation would be absolutely okay. And then he would find no difficulty in going to school the next working day, that is on Monday. Okay. So Swami's father at once advised him to waste, not to waste time on holidays, and then he would be able to go to school on the next working day. Here you have to learn one thing from this speech of Swami's father. Before days, the appropriate preposition is on. You learned it, you have been learning it from class 1. I'm sure you have been learning it since you were in class 1. Still, you make the mistake. Whenever we go through your examination khatas, your answer sheets, we often see that before the days, before the names of days, you use different articles, sometimes at, sometimes in, etc., etc. But you must remember one thing. You must remember one thing. Before day, you have to use the preposition on. And the unit of time that is less than a day, in such cases, you have to use at. And the units of time greater than a day, in such cases, you have to use in, at a moment, at that minute, okay? But on a day, then again, in a week, in a month, in a year, in a decade, in a century, something like that, okay? So, before the names of days, we have to use on. Never do mistake, okay? So, Swami's father turned a deaf ear to Swami's wailing. স্বামীর কথা বাবা শুনলেন না, because he knew very well the people, the boys of such age group, and that is why he turned a deaf ear to Swami's wailing. Swami knew how strict his father could be. Swami knew how strict his father could be. Swami knew very well about his father's strictness and stricture, and that is why he couldn't argue anymore. He just changed his tactics. So he changed his tactics. He knew his father was a very strict person, and so there would be no use of arguing with him with the complaint of headache. So he changed his technique. He changed his tactics. সে কৌশলটা পাল্টে ফেললো কি কৌশল I can't go so late to the class. I am already late, father. How can I go to school so late? The teacher wouldn't allow me to the class. So now there is a different complaint. Okay, this time also, father was again very obstinate. You will have to. You have to go to school. If you go late, it's your fault. It is your own fault. Because you are late for yourself. You yourself is responsible for getting late to attend your class. So you have to go to school, you have to attend your class, and you have to face the punishment, whatever it is. What will the teacher think if I go so late? Swami was still arguing. If I go so late, the teacher would rebuke me, the teacher would scold me, the teacher wouldn't allow me to class. Just try to think how awkward my situation would be then. কিরম ঝামেলায় পড়বো বাবা আমি কিরম কি বলবে বাবা আমাকে মাস্টারমশাই যদি এত দেরি করে স্কুলে যাই. He was looking for excuses after excuses, isn't it? Tell him you had a headache and so were late. Just tell the truth. You should always tell the truth. Swami's father was advising him. You just tell him that you got a headache and that is why you couldn't come to school in time. Just tell the truth. He is a human being. He is your teacher. He always loves to learn truth from you. He will scold me if I say so. The teacher wouldn't listen to me. He would scold me. He would rebuke me. Scold তিরস্কার করা আরো ইংরেজি হয় rebuke, chide. Okay, he would just rebuke me for getting late. Will he? Is it? Is it? Is your teacher so inhuman? A student, a boy, has got a headache and still he will rebuke you. Is your teacher so inhuman? He's a teacher. Let us see, okay? দেখা যাক তাহলে তোমার টিচার যদি এরকমই হয় তাহলে একটু দেখতে হবে তো ব্যাপারটা. What is his name? What's the name of your teacher? I will visit him or something like that. Samuel. So then we have got the information that the name of Swami's teacher was Samuel. Does he always scold the students? তিনি কি সবসময় তোদের বকেন নাকি এইভাবে? Is he always scornful to you, the boys, on every occasion? এরকম আচরণ করেন তোদের সঙ্গে? Is he so cruel? He is a very angry man. Oh Baba, Samuel is a very angry man. He is very what should I say, ill-tempered. Angry, ill-tempered. He is especially angry with boys who come in late. Just, just find one thing. Just try to notice one thing. He is specially. Just notice the spelling of specially. Especially. There is an E at the beginning of the word, isn't it? There is a difference between specially and especially. Specially, বিশেষভাবে, especially with an E, it would mean বিশেষত. The tool is specially designed for the purpose. Everybody, especially the children, were very enthusiastic. Okay, he is especially angry with boys who come in late. He is a very ill-tempered man, and he often gets angry with the boys who come in late. I wouldn't like to go late to Samuel's class. Father, forgive me. I couldn't attend this class so late. He would beat me, he would scold me. If he is so angry, why not tell your headmaster about it? Then you should have informed your headmaster about his ill temper. Why didn't you do it? They say that even the headmaster is afraid of him. Oh, wow. My friends often say, the boys in our school often say that even the headmaster is afraid of Samuel. Even he scares even the headmaster. So you can say the preposition after afraid is of. Afraid of. Okay. We have to learn the use of preposition here. So in this text, we have learned about Swami's teacher. But what we have learned from Swami uh, may be correct, may be incorrect, isn't it? We don't know Samuel himself. We are just learning from Swami about his ill temper, about his nature. So we have to go through the remaining part of the text to know the truth. It might be so that Swami was telling fictitious stories about Samuel just to save himself from father's rage. It may be so. Again, it may be a fact also that Samuel was really very ill tempered. But we have to go through the remaining part of the text to know it ourselves. Okay. So we have completed reading the unit 1 of lesson 1, and the next day we shall work out the comprehension exercises, that is the exercises following this unit. It is your home task. You have to work out yourselves uh, the entire exercises of unit 1, only unit 1, and I shall tell you the answers and you have to check it yourselves. And after checking up the exercises, we shall resume our reading. That is, we shall resume reading unit 2. Next day, we shall read unit 2 of this text after having completed the checking of the exercise. So, goodbye for today.